Hello guys, welcome to Denzi TV. This is a public service channel providing you with important updates and information related to current events and domestic travel requirements. Please subscribe to this channel if you need such information and don't forget to hit the notification bell and select all so you can receive all the updates as they come and you won't miss anything. In this video, we are going to discuss who are eligible to travel to the Philippines and what are the travel document requirements they should prepare in order to successfully enter the country. Because of the restrictions that are set by the Philippine government, only the following travelers are allowed to enter the Philippines from March 22 to April 21, 2021. First on the list are the Filipino nationals, and these are the requirements that they should provide: a Philippine passport, proof of citizenship. So this might be in a form of a certificate of live birth from the National Statistics Office. Before booking your flight, you must have already a pre-booked quarantine hotel accredited by the tourism and health agencies for at least 6 nights. And on the sixth day of your arrival and quarantine, an RT-PCR test will be conducted on the sixth day at your own expense. However, if you are an OFW, the fee will be shouldered by the OWA. Next on the list of people eligible to travel to the Philippines are the non-Filipino or foreign parents, spouse, and children of a Filipino national. The requirements that they should provide are the following: must travel with the Filipino national. Okay, so they should accompany or be accompanied by the Filipino national himself, a foreign passport with valid visa at the time of entry, and any of the following documents: for spouses, authentic marriage certificate, and for children, authentic birth certificate. And must meet the additional conditions of the IATF EID. What are the additional conditions of the IATF EID? We will discuss that here. Okay, these are the conditions. Must have a valid and existing visa at the time of entry unless otherwise stated. With pre-booked quarantine facility or hotel for at least 6 nights at own expense. And must undergo an RT-PCR testing on the sixth day of quarantine. And subject to the maximum capacity of inbound passengers as set by the National Task Force for COVID-19. So currently, under ECQ, the capacity maximum for inbound passengers at NAIA is around 1,500 people. Another set of individuals allowed to travel to the Philippines are the dual citizens. And these are the requirements that they should provide: foreign passport and actual valid Philippine passport because they are dual citizens, or a foreign passport and any of the following documents. So, kahit isa lang dito, pwede na. Identification certificate, a certificate of reacquisition, retention, or recognition, or a travel document of Filipino certification issued by a Philippine embassy abroad, and must meet the additional conditions of the IATF EID, which we discussed a while ago. Another set of people eligible to travel to the Philippines are the diplomats, accredited foreign government and international organization officials, and their dependents. What are the requirements that they must provide? These are the following: passport with valid 9E or 42A2 visa at the time of entry. So these are for government officials na passport. Subject to arrival and quarantine procedures set by the Philippine Department of Health, and no need for DFA authorization and endorsement. So just these two, the passport and the uh, observance of the quarantine and arrival procedure set by the Department of Health are the requirements for diplomats and other foreign government officials. Other people also qualified or eligible to travel to the Philippines are the non-Filipino foreign seafarers with 9C crew list visa. Okay, and these are the requirements. Must be under the Green Lanes program, a foreign passport or seaman's book, and must again meet the additional requirements or conditions of the IATF EID we discussed earlier. So you can always go back, okay, and examine the conditions of the IATF EID. We discussed that previously. The next set of individuals that are allowed to travel to the Philippines are the non-Filipino nationals involved in medical repatriation. So these are the requirements that they should provide: foreign passport with valid visa at the time of entry, duly endorsed by the Department of Foreign Affairs, Office of the Undersecretary for Migrant Workers Affairs, and the Overseas Workers Welfare Administration. So there should be uh, two offices, two office endorsements, so that they would qualify and be accepted to enter to the Philippines. And again, must meet the additional conditions of the IATF EID. We discussed that earlier, and you can review the particular part of the video, okay, where these requirements or conditions are discussed. And the last set of people allowed or eligible to travel to the Philippines are those for emergency and humanitarian and other cases. And these are the requirements: foreign passport with valid visa at the time of entry, approved by the chairperson of the National Task Force on COVID-19 or his authorized representative, and must meet the additional conditions of the IATF EID. So this is for a special case because they are going or coming to the Philippines for emergency and humanitarian reasons. So these are, of course, holders of foreign passports. So only those mentioned are the ones allowed to enter the Philippines from March 22 to April 21, 2021. So there is a restriction on the people or sets of people allowed in the country, and this restriction is applicable from March 22 to April 21, 2021. And those are the people who are eligible to travel to the Philippines, and those are also the travel requirements that they should provide, okay, so that they can enter the country successfully. So if you are one of those, then please review the requirements, pause the video, rewind, and list down the requirements so that you won't forget, okay, any of those, and your travel may go smoothly and land in the Philippines successfully. Thank you so much for watching the video. This has been Denzi TV at your service. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you will receive all the updates as they come. Thank you so much po and have a nice day.